Hi everyone, I'm Sam from Electric Bikes Brisbane, and this is going to be our longest e-bike walkthrough ever. This is the Moustache Tandem and a new model with the Bosch Smart System, and we're going to step you through just the key components of it. And I'm also going to hand over to Alexander, who's going to talk you through the drivetrain because it's really, really clever in terms of how Moustache have done it. So this is the trekking version. So what that means is it comes with your mudguards, your rear carry rack, and it also has inbuilt lights. There is also a mountain bike version, which comes with your mountain bike tyres. It's not available in Australia at the moment. We can order it in by special order, but for our stock bikes, we have the trekking version. So this is a tandem, so double the fun, set up for two riders. So you've got your pilot and your passenger sitting in the rear, and also comes with two batteries. This is the Bosch CX motor with the Smart System, so the newer version with the Smart System software, and really is a fantastic ride. If you haven't ridden a tandem, I encourage you to have a go on one, and having the power of the motor just makes it even easier to get yourself up hills and cruise along, particularly if you're going to be doing long distances. Okay, so let's start at the front of the bike. What we have here is a Moustache rim or Moustache wheel set. It's a 27.5-inch wheel on Moustache made rims, nice and strong. It runs on the Supermoto X tyres, so we've got balloon tyres at 2.4 inch. That gives you plenty of traction on the road, but also plenty of air. Obviously, you can adjust your air pressures depending on what sort of riding that you're doing. It's also paired with this Suntour Aeon fork, so it's an air fork. This gives you plenty of adjustability to be able to set it for your rider weights and also for what you're carrying. So while we're here on the fork, we've got 4-piston brakes, and these have got the very strong Magura MT5 brakes. It's a German-made braking system, very strong, which you would hope given that you're carrying two riders, and also big 203mm rotors. Really quite smooth too, so it takes a little bit of braking in, pardon the pun. Once you get those brakes bedded in, they're just fantastic. So if we just move up into the cockpit, you have the Bosch Purion 200 display, so it's just a compact display, leaves plenty of room on the handlebars if you're carrying extra bags or any navs. It is a Shimano Q's 10-speed gearing system, and a very cleverly designed system, just so hard-wearing and easy to service. Your bell is here, and also what you have at the front here are your lights, which is what comes as part of the trekking bike. This is a tree-lock light and is operated through your Purion 200 display. Here I'm standing in the cockpit for the pilot. So what your pilot has is a handlebar. It's 760 wide handlebar, quite wide. It's not unusual for people to cut these handlebars down, but obviously it depends on the rider itself. We also have a 65mm stem, and Moustache have been quite clever with this because they have made this very easy to change to, again, if you've got a rider who prefers a longer reach. This cockpit and its geometry is quite easy to change. For the pilot itself, Moustache have built this to accommodate a rider from 172 to approximately 195 centimetres, so quite a wide range of rider heights. The overall, from a traditional frame size perspective, it's considered to be a 51 centimetre frame, so the distance from here down to the bottom bracket. So if I move down to where the passenger sits, a suspension seat post, which is a nice touch. Your pilot has the big front forks to take the shock out of the road. Okay, so for the passenger, your frame size in traditional terms is a 42 and will accommodate a rider from 150 to 185 centimetres. So again, quite a wide range of heights. For a couple who are riding this or for friends, you can really mix and match who's pilot and who's passenger if you want to. While I'm here, this is where Moustache have mounted the motor. So the motor is mounted where the passenger's crankset is. It is a Bosch CX motor, so this is the strongest of the Bosch motors. It's a Gen 4 motor, so up to 85 Newton meters of torque, and all that lovely functionality that comes with the Smart System in terms of being able to modify that, to modify your power modes within the different settings. Moustache have made this with a dual battery, and it comes with two 545 watt-hour batteries, over 1,000 watt-hours here in terms of capacity, and it's quoted to be up to about 200 k's worth of range, so phenomenal range. For the passenger's cockpit, you have a bar which is 680mm wide, again, possible to cut down if you want to, and you also have an adjustable stem. And then continuing down the bike to the carrying end, we've got this carrier rack with integrated mudguards and rear tail light, a carrier rack which is set up to carry the Ortlieb QL 3.1 panniers. However, you do have the platform if you want to carry baskets, top bags on the top too. Doesn't actually state a weight rating. It's probably safe to assume it's 20 kilos, maybe 25 kilos. Okay, so one of the common questions we get is how long it is, because obviously you need to think about transporting it and storing it. The front of the wheel to the back of the rear wheel, it's 256 centimetres. The bike itself is 32 kilos. The bike itself is rated to carry 200 kilos. It's really, really good carry capacity. So two large riders actually, if you wanted to. It comes with your pedals. The drive system, you can see that these pedal in tandem too. So I'm going to hand over to Xander to talk about the drivetrain because it's really clever the way that it's set up.
Awesome. So I'm going to run you through just a couple of the more technical aspects of the bike. We get a few common questions about how some of the things on here work. I mean, it's pretty unique to have one motor, 4 pedals, 4 crank arms, all driving the one wheel. So they've done some pretty cool things to achieve that. When we start up at the front, what we've got is just a standard rider's crankset, basically on a normal bottom bracket, but it's super unique. They mount that bottom bracket to an eccentric pivot, and that's how you go about tensioning the chain that syncs the two riders' pedals together. So with a tandem, you both pedal synchronously. Both pedals will move exactly the same. So our sync chain links the front crankset to the rear motor input crankset. We've got a chain ring on that motor crank that provides the input to the motor itself. So it's sensing the inputs from both riders in terms of how it's calculating how much assistance it's providing. And then hidden behind that outer input chainring, we've actually got the standard output chainring of the Bosch motor, which is the one driving the second chain running through to the derailleur at the back. Really good to see that chain running through to the cassette on the back, because this bike is link glide. Haven't ridden it. It's one of the real advantages of that with the heavier duty gearing system. It's really designed to shift a lot better with a bit more load behind it. And hey, 2 riders plus a motor, you can definitely make some load there if you want to. So as Sam mentioned, with the dual battery, cool thing about this, there is the charge port just on the upper battery here. So you can charge both batteries together on the bike, but also, each of these are 3 kilos each. If you're not going on a huge adventure on the day, you can actually run the bike with just one of the 2 batteries in position as well. When they're both there, what they're going to do is actually just take turns alternating between the 2 batteries. They'll take a little bit of charge out of one and then a little bit out of the other, and keep going back and forth like that. So, even if you had a 3rd battery in rotation, you can just keep swapping them around, do whatever you want there. The bike will figure it out. Don't need to follow any rules. So there's some information on just, how the drivetrain works, how the batteries work. Hope you find that information useful. And if you've got any more questions, let us know.
So overall, a really interesting and clever bike, and it is a heck of a lot of fun to ride. I've been a pilot and ridden with Xander and others on the back, and Xander's done the same, and it is amazing how well it handles. You don't think a bike this size would handle as well as it does. So as I mentioned, we have got some of these tandems in stock. If you're interested in trying one or would like any further information, please don't hesitate to get in touch. You can book a test ride directly through our website. Probably better to give us a call first just to talk through it. Phone number is on our website, or you can also text us. Happy to help.